Hi, my name is Marcel. Today's video is an introduction to my 2024 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon that I'm calling Scout, just because we kind of scouted out. Uh, for people that don't know, we're presently traveling with our RV, towing our Jeep behind us. It's me, my wife, my two kids, Clara and Julian, 10 and 8, and my mom is with us for the winter, Muriel. So I just wanted to do a bit of an introduction on my Jeep. I'm not going to go through the full specs, mostly because I'm no expert at this, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys a bit of an idea of the Jeep that I'm using for some of the adventures we're doing this winter. And what a great place to do it from. I'm at the Truck Haven at Ocotillo Wells. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. It is a 4x4 kind of training area obstacle course. And during this video, after I give a breakdown, we'll show you a little bit what this Jeep uh, can do, or what I can do with it. I'm sure it can do a lot more. I'm not an expert Jeep driver, but I'm having fun and I'm learning, and that's kind of the whole point of this stuff. So we'll go step by step, and it's mostly stock. Well, actually, it's I think all stock. There's only a couple little things that I've done that I'll go through with you guys. So at the front of the Jeep, we've got the OEM steel bumper package that we took. So this is not a Rubicon X, mostly because so I had a 2008 Jeep Wrangler Sahara JK, and I'll put up a couple pictures and videos in this video coming up right now. Which I overbuilt, and I had fun doing it, but anyway, it went crazy, and it got to a point where it had a lot of miles on it. So we got rid of it in May of 2023. We bought a 2023 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon with leather seats, but the plastic bumper package and stuff. And on November 2nd, it was stolen. So we had to replace it with the insurance. Now, one of the things that we learned with the brief time that we had that 2023 is that those leather seats with the kids and my wife in the summer is just crazy hot. We kept putting towels on the seats all the time. So when it came to replacing it, we decided that we did not want to go with leather seat package. I know a lot of people love it, but for my family and for me, I mean, for me it wasn't so bad. I always have a t-shirt and stuff on, but kids are always in bathing suits. My wife will have little tops on, and they kept burning themselves. So with this one, we decided not to do that. So it is a 2024, but it's not the Rubicon X model, but it has, except for the leather seats, I would say it has most of everything that the Rubicon X has. If I'm wrong, say so in the comments, but we'll go through, and if you see something that's missing, then absolutely let me know. I'm interested to learn. So we've got the steel bumper package, as I've mentioned, with the OEM worn winch. And I've got the front grille camera, the new 2024 grille. I know there's a lot of talk online about people that like it, don't like it. I don't know. I think it's nice. I understand why they did what they did in order to have more airflow and stuff. And obviously here it's nice weather, so I'm guessing Californians will probably like the extra ventilation, and so will their Jeeps. Also, you'll see it down here, because we tow behind the RV, we've got the bracket so that we can tow it behind. It's not really a Jeep thing, but it's there, so I'd mention it. And one thing we did add, so because we got our 2023 stolen, Obviously, it was important for us to try and protect this one more. So it does have the tag feature on there, which is an anti-theft system. And also one aftermarket mod, I guess, that I did is we put lockable hood hinges. So hopefully that makes it more difficult for them to get in there and do whatever they need to, like cut the horn or kill the GPS, that kind of thing. So that's one of the mods that we've done to the Jeep already, aside obviously from the tow bar. So after that, if we open up, so I'm going to unlock these. Pretty simple to use, really. It's a friend of mine, Chris, had it on his Gladiator, and he mentioned it to me, and I thought that was a pretty good idea, so I decided to go with it as well. Um, so if we open up the hood, and then we can talk about what's under the hood. So under the hood here, the 2023, I had the 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo. And I got to say, I really liked it. I was happy with it. There was, no reason why I made this shift. This one has the 3.6-liter V6. It was just a matter of availability. We wanted something that was on the lot. We didn't want to order and wait because we wanted to get going with our travels. So the first one we found had the 2-liter 4-cylinder and loved it. Fuel economy was good. Power was good. I can't say I'm at a point where I see much of a difference yet, except that I do like the sound of this one. I know it's not a 392, and I'm not going to get a 392, but I like the sound of this one, and so far it's treated me well. But it's brand new, no modifications done to the engine. I will not do that, not anytime soon. Anyway, never say never kind of thing. But for now, it's going to stay as is, and I'm not going to do anything to it, and I'm quite happy with the engine as it is for now. The only thing, as time goes on, maybe adding a snorkel. Not that I do a lot of water crossings, but again, with the filter system and getting colder air when I'm in warm places is something that interests me. But for now, I'm quite happy and I've had no issues. All right, so after this, we'll go and check out on the side wheels and tires. So on the wheels and tires, again, everything is stock. Came from Jeep as is. It's got the beadlock capable rims. I've looked to get the rims. They're on back order right now. I think I want to say it's like 45 days. And since I'm moving around a lot this winter, probably not going to get to it this winter. But in the spring, when I get back kind of to our home base, I'm going to order up a pair of rings so that they become fully beadlocked. Otherwise, it's the BF Goodrich KO2s. They're 35s right from the dealership. And in Quebec, where we live, that's the maximum that's road legal. So again, I'm not planning on doing anything as far as modifications. There's a lift that came from the dealership in order to have these 35s in place. And aside from that, I'm not planning, this Jeep is quite capable, way more capable than I am as a driver right now. It has everything I need. There is in my list of mods to add skid plates underneath just to protect it. But otherwise, I think I can do a lot of fun with this Jeep just as it is. So I'm not planning on changing to bigger tires or different suspension for right now or anything like that. As things wear out, then I'll evaluate, see what's on the market at that point, and maybe we'll make changes. But as I said, for now, this more than what I'm capable of doing. So the Jeep's better than I am. So now we'll move to the back and kind of go through the back of the Jeep a little bit. That's the next part. So in the back of the Jeep, again, the spare tire is the same as the other wheels, obviously, as the Jeep. It's got the beadlock capable wheels. We've got the steel bumper package on the rear as well. I gotta say, at first when I had my 2008 and I looked at the newer Jeeps, maybe because I really couldn't afford it, I was like, oh, I like the pure, and it's a 2008. It's not like I was in a Willys, but I was like, oh yeah, I like the long shifter. I had a manual and all that. I gotta tell you, backing that thing was always a nightmare because I had a big wheel and tent and all this stuff, as you saw, and backing up was always a bit of a nerve-wracking experience because I didn't know my distances. I thought I was really close. I'd get out, there'd be tons of space. So I'm liking the creature comforts of the new Jeep with the backup camera and the forward camera. You know, if the tools are there, I'm going to use them. So that's really nice for sure. Inside, all I've got right now is a bunch, a few tools underneath. I went with a bottle jack. I had a high lift jack with the 2008, and this time I don't know. I decided I didn't want a whole bunch of stuff on the outside of the Jeep, so I went with the bottle jack. Again, if people out there are more knowledgeable than I am, and give me your insights. But even the high lift jack is not something that I used very much. I'm guess maybe conservative in my off-roading, so I try not to get stuck. Even though just the other day I was here at this training area and I got stuck. I was able to get myself unstuck. Obviously, my wife filmed when I got stuck and stopped filming when I got myself unstuck. Coincidence? I'm not sure. She said, "Oh, I stopped filming so that I could go see if you needed help." Like, what's she gonna do? Jump on the bumper? But anyway, so yeah, just a few tools: bottle jack, booster cables. We travel with dogs, so we put a net up there so that they can't jump over the seats. One of my dogs, if she's here, she wants to be in the back seat. If she's in the back seat, she wants to be in the front seat. If she's in the front seat, she wants to be on my lap while I'm driving. So we keep them back here, and with this net, that seems to work pretty nice. And obviously, first aid kit. I don't travel anywhere without it. I work as a first responder with the Canadian Coast Guard, and so to me, being able to help people is important, whether it's my family or people I meet while we're traveling. If I meet someone that needs anything, then I want to be ready to help them out. So first aid kit from a company called My Medic. Really haven't used it much, so I can't really do a review on it, but I like how it's laid out. I like how compact it is. It fits well in the Jeep, so I can't complain about that. And that's about it. Aside from that, I've got some recovery gear, kinetic rope, some soft shackles, tree straps, some come along, some ratchet straps. So a few things in case I got to get myself out of trouble, because I do travel a lot, just me and my family. So I'm not necessarily with a bunch of other Jeeps all the time. So it was important to me to have everything I needed so that if I do get stuck, uh, you know, best chances on my side that I can get us unstuck, because I don't want to, have to call. I don't know anyone, so I don't know who I would call. So good to be able to do that. All right, I'll show you a little bit inside, and I think that'll be the end of the Jeep kind of tour. And then after that, I'm going to try and go play in the training area here, and I'll try and film some of the obstacles I do, and see what you guys think. Please be kind. Yeah, so here on the inside, the big change, I guess, with the 2024 is the big screen that everybody's been talking about. I'm seeing mixed reviews online. Personally, I like it. I like that you have a split screen option. I like that everything is kind of much bigger. With the 2008, I had the iPad holder, the iPhone holder, all this different stuff. Again, this time around, I don't want to add all these gadgets to it. I want to try and keep it nice and streamlined with the iPad and stuff. Charlie, my wife, used to say it was in her space and that it was in the way, and she didn't really feel comfortable with having all that gear around. So this larger screen, as far as I'm concerned, eliminates all of that. The only thing is I do want to add probably a phone holder, just because some of the Gaia GPS features aren't accessible through Apple CarPlay, and Gaia is kind of what I've been using the most, so I'm still kind of on my phone trying to get certain things done. So adding that as time goes on, I think probably will become necessary. But otherwise, really like it. Again, no leather seats inside this time around. I think for our family, that was the right decision. And that concludes the tour. So I guess now we'll go and do some of the obstacles in the training area. All right, this first one is called tubulars. So here at the park, sorry, I didn't put my microphone on this time, but so here at the park, they're rated green, blue, and black, kind of like a ski hill. So this is a green, it's called tubulars. So let's see how the Jeep goes through it. All right, so that's tubulars. One little touch there, I think, on the rock slider, or maybe one of the OEM skid plates underneath, but slow and steady wins the race. As you can see, I'm no expert, so a little stop and go and taking my time, but that's kind of the fun of having a Jeep is learning, and hope you learn from my mistakes, and if I do something cool, that's awesome. So that's tubulars. That's the first obstacle here and that I tried. So let's move on to the next one. All right, so this one is called Get Tired. Obviously a lot of tires. It's a blue. Already a little bit more stressful, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely gonna try and put my lockers on, and you know, I'm gonna give it a try. If I don't like how it's going, I'll bear through it or back up and get out of it. But here you go. You know, not as bad, not even close to as bad as I thought that was gonna be. I didn't, you know, make any weird sounds. Had front and rear lockers on and just kind of crawled my way through it. So Get Tired was pretty easier than I thought. A lot of fun. Cool. All right, so here is, I guess it's like a flex test to see the flex for your Jeep. So I've got the sway bars disconnected. Like I said, everything is from the dealership. So let's just give that a try and see how much flex we can get out of this Wrangler. That's about as much as I wanted to test that. Oh, Jeep's running, keys are in my pocket. Yeah, I didn't want to push it too much, but pretty cool, pretty good flex, I gotta say, for straight from the dealership. Like I say, I'm really impressed with this Jeep. It's more capable than I am, and I hope you guys enjoyed a few of the obstacles. I mean, there's a bunch more, but when, you know, it's a blessing and a curse. Being alone here is awesome for me to do this filming without feeling like I'm bothering anybody or I'm in anybody's way. Flip side of that is, as you all know, when Jeeping alone, you got to be even more careful, because if I try something that's a little over the top and I get stuck, I'm by myself and nobody here can help me get out. And as you can see, there's not a whole lot of trees here, so even with a winch, it's not like I can just winch myself out, because there's no winch points. So there you go. All right, thanks. If you like this kind of video, and I'm putting together some half-assed YouTube videos because I'm just starting out, and you want to see a bit of our adventures, then hit the subscribe button and the little bell thing and like my videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Awesome. Have a great day, guys. Get out there, have some fun.